Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Nirav, and in this session I'll be doing Elliott Wave analysis of S&P 500. I'll be basically moving from the monthly chart to the weekly to the daily and down to the hourly chart and understand the counts that I think are progressing on this chart. I'm using the platform of TradingView for this discussion. So let's get started. Before moving any further, I'd like to point out that on 17th of July 2016 I posted this article on my website 50eyes.com. You can go to the 50eyes.com website and in the American markets section go to S&P 500 and the last article here, and as you can see on 17th of July 2016 you can also see the video of the complete analysis that I posted. And what basically I discussed in this particular analysis was that I was expecting the S&P 500 to achieve the targets as 2370, 2544 and 2717. So basically 2370 was the first target, and as you can see on the top left corner, on 24th of February 2017 S&P has given a close at 2366. So this target is basically done. And I think that a bit of upside is still remaining, and that at least this 2500 plus level should also be achieved, and that is what we are going to discuss on the chart. So let's move to the chart, and as you can see over here that we are having wave 1 over here, then the wave 2, wave 3, 4 and 5 completing. So this is the 2009 low, and this would be our point of reference for now. So basically from this 2009 low, what we can see is that we have a clear wave 1 up, followed by a corrective leg 2 and followed by impulsive leg 3 and the corrective leg 4. So here you might be thinking, or you might have a different count in the regard that wave 1 is not actually here but over here. One more thing I like to point out here is to clarify that if the wave 1 is over here, then this would be an A, this would be the B, and this would be the C, running flat kind of correction. And if this formation is going to be running flat, then there will be a relationship between the wave A and the wave B of this running flat, a fib relationship basically. And let's just check what fib relationship is in this formation. So I'll use the fib retracement tool, and starting from the supposed starting point of wave A to the ending point of wave A, and as I draw this tool, you can see that the B wave is going a little bit higher than the 1.618 mark, as you can see this blue line. So the B wave is going a little bit higher than this blue line, which is something I do not like to see in the chart, as that is kind of like not following the rules. So this is the first problem right there. The second problem that I see with this running flat kind of formation is that this running flat is a sideways kind of formation. So if wave 2 is sideways, then by the guideline of alternation, we will think, or we will assume, that wave 4 is going to be a sharp kind of formation. And if wave 4 is going to be a sharp kind of formation, it would be something like a zigzag. But here you can clearly see that this wave 4 is like a flat kind of formation and not a zigzag kind of formation, and hence it is not sharp and is not following the guideline of equality. So since the guideline of equality is also not followed in the case that this wave 2 is running flat, therefore I have enough reasons to believe that my previous count was actually indeed correct, and I would like to keep this as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now that I have stated some important points right there, I would like to now move to the lower time frame chart and analyze this particular wave 5, which is in progression and should be discussed in detail. So from this point on, I will consider this point or the low of the wave for as our point of reference. And I'll move down to the weekly chart. So here one thing is pretty much like clear, that we have this wave 1 over here, and after that we have this ABC expanded flat kind of wave 2 over here, and then wave 1 of a lower degree over here, double bracketed wave 1, and then a WXY kind of wave 2 or double bracketed wave 2, and then we have a wave 1 and wave 2 and so on and so forth. So basically what is clear on this weekly chart is that we have a fifth wave starting from this point, and the fifth wave will contain 5 waves within itself. It would be something like this. So basically this is this first circled wave over here, this is this second circled wave over here, and should be followed by a third circled wave somewhere over here. So basically we are in the third of the fifth. So that is our current position as per this Elliott wave count, that is my count. So we are in the third of the fifth as per this count, and let's just look at the position within this third. So within this third we are going to have 5 waves again, and the first is complete, the double bracketed first is complete over here, double bracketed second is complete over here, and we are in the double bracketed third going up. So let's see where we are, and for that particular discussion I would like to move the point of reference at this particular point, this red box, and move down to the daily chart. So now that we are down to the daily chart, we can see things a bit clearly. Clearly we have the first wave up and the second wave down, followed by a lower degree wave 1, a lower degree wave 2, a lower degree wave 3, and then followed by a complex kind of fourth and the fifth. So basically 1, 2 and 3, third wave is completed over here, then followed by the fourth wave over here, and the last leg is coming up from this point on, which is around 2265 something region. So let's see this particular part, this particular wave, because this is the last progression and we should be actually focusing on that. So I'll move to the hourly chart and analyze this particular last leg from this point down. So I'm moving down to the hourly chart from here on. So here we are at the point from which we want to analyze the chart further. This end of wave 4th over here, from that ending we have a 5 wave leg up as wave 1, followed by a wave 2, followed by a wave 3, followed by a wave 4, and what I currently think is that the wave 5 is either complete, that is the circled wave 5 is either complete or is in progression. So right now the count that I have on screen is that the wave 1 is completing over here, wave 1 of the 5th, 2 of the 5th, 3 of the 5th, 4 of the 5th, and 5th of the 5th. Basically the problem that I think with this count is that the third is not much extended. I mean the third is not bigger than the first. Let me show that to you with the help of the Fibonacci trend based extension tool. Starting from the starting point of wave 1 to the ending point of wave 1 and projecting it from the starting point of the third wave, you can clearly see that it is not even equal in length with the first wave. That is, the wave 3 is smaller than wave 1, which is generally not what I like to see. Obviously that is possible, the actual rule is that wave 3 should not be the shortest among wave 1, 3 and 5, which it is not, because wave 5 is even shorter than the third wave. Let's look at that as well. So I'll measure the length of wave 3 and then compare it with the length of wave 5, and as you can see, wave 5 does not cross the 1 mark or this line. So obviously wave 5 is definitely not longer than wave 3, and hence it is, or it can be treated as a valid wave count. And one more reason to think of it as a valid wave count is that the wave 1 that is completing over here and the wave 3 that is completing over here. So if we look at these two waves, we will find that wave 3 is extended, and by extended I mean that it is more than 1.618 of wave 1, that is wave 3 is greater than 1.618 of wave 1. So let's just see that using the Fibonacci trend based extension tool, and this is the length of wave 1 projecting from the starting point of the third wave, and as you can see over here, the 1.618 mark is clearly breached by the third wave, and it has gone up a bit from that mark. So that means that wave 3 is extended, and in the cases that wave 3 is extended, we like to see equality between wave 1 and wave 5. That is, the guideline of equality states that in case wave 3 is extended, which is true in this particular example, then wave 1 and wave 5 tend to be of equal length, or can be of equal length. Of course, it's a guideline and not a rule, and as per that guideline, to project the target of wave 5, we will measure the length of wave 1 and project it from the starting point of wave 5 and take the 1 mark as our target region. And if we would have done that, let's see what would the target had come out to be. So again, taking the trend based wave extension tool, starting from the starting point of wave 1 to the ending point of wave 1 and projecting this length from the starting point of wave 5, we are getting, yes, we are actually at the 1 level. As you can see, this is the 1 mark, this is the line, and so wave 5 is actually equal in length with wave 1. So in this particular example, wave 5 is equal to wave 1, and that is what we were expecting using the guideline of equality also. So theoretically, we can say that the ideal target for the fifth wave over here has been achieved. So if we look theoretically, then we have in this particular wave, the third is extended. Okay, so the third is extended over here, and wave 1 is equal to wave 5, and so this is basically a theoretically very good example. The next thing that I would like to look at it is the alternate count. So if we just focus on this last leg, I think that 1 is perfectly fine over here. I have labeled this count in grayish kind of color, and 2 is perfectly fine over here as well. What I think that the alternate scenario would have been here is that I don't think this could be the 3, and I think this could be a 1 of a lower degree followed by a complex kind of formation for a wave 2, and as you can see, the wave 2 has not breached the low. Let me show that with the help of horizontal line over here. So this was the wave 2, and this has not been breached by this low that we have formed over here. So basically it could be a wave 1 followed by a complex looking wave 2, which should be followed by a 3 and then a 4 and then a 5, will then complete the circled wave 5 and the wave 3 as well. So basically I think that can also be the case here. Okay, if that is the case, then I think we can have targets around 2400 level. Let me use some Fibonacci measurements for that, starting from the starting point of wave 1 till the ending point of wave 3 and projecting from the starting point of the fifth wave. We will have 0.618 mark coming at 2390, 0.5 at 2380. So I think that 2380 mark or 2390 mark is achievable if this particular wave count 1 2 3 4 5 is not the correct count and alternate count holds. It might as well go a little bit up, as well as wave 5 can be extended. There is no such rule that it will not be. And looking at this in a bigger picture, if I start from wave 1 over here and measure up till the wave 3 over here and project it from the wave 4 over here, so the most likely target for the fifth wave, which is 0.618, is coming around here, which has already been crossed, and that means this fifth in respect to this complete wave structure is kind of an extended fifth. And after that we would be looking something like at equality, like 2370 or 2380 levels, which is the same level that is coinciding with our previous analysis. That is, previously we used the internal wave structures of the fifth leg, and that concluded us to think that the target would be coming around 2390 or 2380 levels. And as you can see, we have a confluence at 2380 or a cluster at 2380. So 2380 might be the place where the fifth leg might go up till, or it can even be extended. We currently don't know. So that was the alternate count and for the second count, and the first count was saying that the fifth wave has completed over here, and in that case we would be seeing a top. Of course, there is no need to think of what has completed or what has not. We can simply base trading strategies on these two counts, and it could be like this. If this particular line is broken upside, then we can think of buying it up till 2380 levels. And if there is a reversal forming over here, like something like this, then we will look to go short for lower side targets. And that is a trading strategy that might be created based on these counts. Once again, you should do your own analysis and form your own trading strategies. I'm not giving or soliciting a buy or sell over here. Okay, so that was basically the entire count up till this point, and let's put up a hypothesis or a theoretical model of how the prices might proceed from here on. So let me move to a bit higher time frame, like say what the daily. Okay, so basically if the wave 3, double bracketed wave 3 is complete over here, see this was a double bracketed 1, this was a 2, this was a 3, and this is going to be the 4, then we will expect the fourth to come to the fourth of one lesser degree, which would be around this level of 2270 or something like that. After this wave 4 comes to the wave 4 of one lesser degree, we will expect the fifth leg of this complete progression to go up till something like, let's measure that, starting point of wave 1 to the ending point of wave 3, which is around 2380, let's say. So, and projecting it from 2370, we will have the fifth leg coming around somewhere around 2500, as you can see over here, 0.618 mark, and that is where I have placed the circle wave 3, completing the double bracketed fifth. And after that we will have this wave 4 of circled degree, which will of course come around till the wave 4 of one lesser degree again, or near till the wave 4 of one lesser degree, or 38.2% mark, or the 23.6% mark, whichever the case may be. We have to look at the wave progressions and the particular waves that form up till that instant to predict the wave circle wave 4. I'm just presenting a hypothesis as of now. So let's say that wave 4 just comes around this particular part. Then after that we will have the last leg or the fifth leg, and let's just have a rough target for that as well. Okay, so currently we are thinking of wave 4 coming again around 23 or 2360 levels. Okay, so last leg will have to be calculated using this particular trend-based fib extension tool, starting from the starting point of wave 1 to the ending point of wave 3, which we are taking around 2500 for this hypothesis, and projecting from the wave 4, which we are taking at 2350 for this hypothesis, giving the hypothetical targets for the fifth wave as minimum 2620, maximum 2784 something. These are again approximate calculations, and if I look at my previous forecast made on 17th of July 2017, the target 3 was coming at 2717, and we are having targets right now as let's see all of them. 50 is 2702, so we are having targets now as for the ending of this fifth wave. Rough targets, I will again repeat, are 2620, 2702, 2784, and this makes me believe that target 2 should be achieved, because all these targets are higher than the target 2, which is 2544, and of course the target 3 was 2717, and here the target 3 can be expected 2700 or plus levels. So that is basically a complete hypothesis that we can make on the basis of Elliott waves, and of course hypothesis is actually hypothesis, and trading is trading and analyzing are completely different things, and I would like to once again repeat that you should not be treating this complete hypothesis or discussion as a trading or investment advice. I'm not actually soliciting any buy or sell. This complete discussion is for educational purpose and teaching you guys how to use Elliott wave and think in terms of wave formations and wave counts for taking trades and all that. By the way, I'm just following this count, and it has been working fine at least till now. Of course, if something changes, then I might have to go to the alternate count, or might have to change the complete count in itself, which is actually a part of trading and analysis. We have to be open-minded and think of different possibilities, and always think that the market might do something that we have not seen. But right now I would like to just again emphasize that right now the market is completely following what I had forecasted or presented as a hypothesis quite some time ago, like 5-6 months ago or something, and that's why I'm just following that, at least as of now. And I think that this discussion was helpful to you and educational to you, and if you like this, then definitely share it so that I get more views and more motivation to make such videos, and like the video, subscribe the channel, and if you are interested in learning Elliott Wave, then definitely check out the Elliott Wave course on my website. Links would be in the description, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.